Hello all, sorry for the inconvenience. I had a network glitch, so just come back again. Please join. Hello, sorry about the network issue. Can you please let me know who is here? Please let me know who is here. And I'm sorry about the network issue we're having. Please join again so that we can carry on doing our work. Respond question. Please let me know who is here so that I can be sure that all of you have joined again and we can start, we can carry on our lesson as usual. Please let me know. I'm just waiting for the rest of the team member to join so that we can start our lesson as usual. We can just carry on our lesson as usual. Hi all, sorry about the network issue. Please let me know who is here. Please say something, write something in the comment section so that I know you all are here and we can proceed to our class. And I'm so sorry about the network issue. Sister Farhana has just joined. Thank you, Sister Farhana. Thank you all for joining me again, and thanks for all your support. My Wi-Fi just started playing up, so I think it's back to normal. What about Sister Tanjina? Sister Tanjina, please join the class. If you have joined the class, please let me know. Okay, I've left a message for everybody to join the class. I'm sure everybody will gradually join, and let's just go ahead and carry on doing our project. Okay, so basically what I have shown you so far, you just have to follow these steps, and we just have to crochet 12 rows all together to have this shape, to have your to have enough rows for your mobile phone pouch. So, and I've explained all these steps to you already. So you always start with a row. We always start with three uh, chain spaces, and then we just carry on doing our normal stitches as usual, right? So I'm just going to, we have just finished doing two rows. Now I'm just going to turn my work around to start doing my row 3. Okay, so I can see if your other sister Rahana has joined me. As RS Kajal, Sister Tahmina has joined me. Thank you. Thank you all. Sister Dina has joined me. Thank you all for joining me once again. I think Sister Tanjina, I've lost Sister Tanjina. Maybe she will join later. Yes. And there are another Sister Sister Aisha just joined. So, and we started having the network issue. I'm sure she'll join again. All right, then let's start. Where are we? We are in our third row, and we'll start the row by crocheting 3 chain spaces. To create the chain space, we have to wrap the yarn around the crochet hook and pull through. So that's my first chain space. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook again and pull through. That's my second chain space. Wrap the yarn around my crochet hook and pull through. So that's my third chain space, right? Now I just have to go and find the tiny space created created by the created by the spaces created by the chain one space from previous row. Okay, so all of you who has just joined now, please let me know, just raise your hand so that I know that you are here. Okay, so this is my chain one space, first chain one space. Here I'm going to start doing my cluster stitch. To start my cluster stitch, I'm going to wrap the yarn around my crochet hook once and go to that tiny little space created by the chain one space from a previous row. Put your crochet hook through that space, wrap the yarn around and pull through a loop. wrap the yarn around and pull through only fast 2 loops. So I've got 2 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around, put your crochet hook through that same chain space, wrap the yarn around and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through only fast 2 loops. So I've got 3 loops in my crochet hook. Okay, so now I'm just going to do it few more times, 2 more times actually. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, wrap the yarn around and pull through, wrap the yarn around and pull through fast 2. So that's 4 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through fast 2. So I've got 5 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5 loops and then chain 1. So that's my first cluster stitch done. I have to create 8 more of this cluster stitch through all through the from here to this side, from your left side. So just go ahead and carry on crocheting cluster stitches, okay, in your uh, chain 1 space. Okay, so I've already crocheted chain 1. Now I'm going to go to this next chain 1 space, and there I'm going to crochet my second cluster stitch. So I've wrapped the yarn around, put my crochet hook through that chain space and pulled up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through fast 2. Now wrapping the yarn around again, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through fast 2. So I've got 3 loops in my crochet hook, wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through fast 2. So I've got 4 loops in my crochet hook, right? Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through fast 2 only. So I've got 5 loops in my crochet hook. Now wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5 loops and then chain 1. So have you all got it? Just let me know if I'm going too fast. I'm going to go a bit fast so that I can do a few more rows, and then it would be easier for me to show how to attach, how to join 2 corners or 2 sides of the project to give it this shape, rectangular shape. Okay. So let me know if you are struggling, if you're finding it hard to understand, or if you want me to slow down, wait for you, just let me know in the comment section, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and I have found the next chain space. Here I'm going to crochet my cluster stitch, third cluster stitch. So I've wrapped the yarn around, go to the same chain space, next chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through fast 2. Going to go wrap the yarn around again, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through fast 2. Wrap the yarn around again, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through fast 2. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through fast 2. So I've got 5 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5 loops and chain 1. So that's my third cluster, right? So this is my third cluster. I have to create 6 more clusters to finish off this row. I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and you do the same. But if you have any question or if you want me to slow down a bit, please let me know in the comment section, okay? So that's my fourth cluster done. That's my fifth cluster done. Actually, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th cluster done. Now just have to do 2 more cluster for this row. You will find from row 3 it would be easier to find the very last chain space. You won't find it hard like the row 2 because you'll have the chain 1 space here. Okay, so I'm just crocheting the 9th cluster of row 3. Then I will just wait for all of you to finish your row 3, and then we'll start row 4. So that's it, me done for row 3. Just going to wait for the rest of you to finish row 3 so that we can all start row 4 together. But in case you've got any question for me, just let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if you have all finished doing your row 3 so that we can start. Okay, Sister Farhana has done that. Well done, Sister Farhana. Who else has done that? Please let me know. Sister Rahana has done that. Well done, sisters. Both of you have done that. So thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so that means you were almost all of you are ready to start next row, right? So let's start then. Row 4 is for starting row 4 we are going to turn our work around again. Yeah, like we always do. Okay, perfect. All of you have done that. Well done, sisters. So, and then we're going to start crocheting 3 chain spaces, yes, to begin the row 4. So wrap the yarn around and pull through. That's my first chain space. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. Second chain space. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. Third chain space. Okay. Now I have to go and find my chain one space here. Okay, so I can see it very clearly. Yes. Now I'm going to start my cluster stitch from here. So wrap the yarn around, go to the chain space, wrap the yarn around, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through first 2 only. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space again and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through first 2 again. 3 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around, pull through first 2 again. And this time I've got 4 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through 2. I've got 5 loops in my crochet hook. Yeah, now wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5 loops and chain 1. That's my first cluster for row 4. So just go ahead and finish crocheting 8 more cluster stitch for this row, and I'll meet you at the end, and then we'll together we'll go move to row 5. Okay. Thank you, Sister Tahmina, for joining me and staying with me. Thank you for your support. So this was my 6th cluster for row 4. I'm just going to chain 1 to finish off the cluster, and then go ahead and crochet 3 more clusters. So this is the ninth cluster for row 4. Now just do a chain 1 to finish off row 4. Again, I'm just going to wait for the rest of my group member to finish off so that I can start moving to row 5. Okay. Okay, thank you, sister. Okay, Sister Farhana has done that. And Sister Hafsa, Sister Jannat, Asha, Shahina, most of you has done that. Well done, all of you. Thank you for letting me know. Sister Jannat has done that. Okay, thank you. So I'm just going to go ahead and start doing chain 5. Okay. So, sorry, not chain 5. Yes, I'm going to start my row 5. So I'm just going to turn my work around and start row 5 by crocheting 3 chain spaces. So wrap the yarn around and pull through, wrap the yarn around, pull through, wrap the yarn around, pull through. That's my 3 chain spaces. Okay. Now I'm just going to go to the chain space here in the space created here, and I'm going to start doing my cluster stitch there. So wrap the yarn around, go to that tiny little space, wrap the yarn around and pull up a loop from there, wrap the yarn around and pull through only 2 loops. Now keep repeating these steps for a couple more time until you have got 5 loops in your crochet hook. So wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through only 2 loops. 3 loops in my crochet hook, 2 more to go. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through first 2. 4 loops in my crochet hook, wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through first 2. So finally I've got 5 loops in my crochet hook. Now it's time to finish off. Wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5 loops and chain 1. First cluster of row 5. So just go ahead and create 8 more cluster, 1 cluster in each chain space of like this, and I'll meet you here. Then we'll together we'll go start doing row 6. Okay. That's my second cluster. Now I'm going to crochet my third cluster of row 5. Think by now you all learned how to crochet these stitches, how to crochet this cluster stitch, and all the steps that relates to it. Yes. So second cluster done, just doing my third cluster. Fourth cluster done. Time to start crocheting my fifth cluster of this row. Crocheting the eighth cluster of row 5 now. Now the very last cluster for this row. So I've finished doing all the cluster for row 5. Now it's time to move to row 6. I'm just going to wait for the rest of the group members to assure me that they have finished doing the row 5 and I can move to row 6. I'm just going to wait for them. So this is how it looks like by the end of row 5. I love this stitch. I can see few of you have commented that you have already finished row 5. I'm just going to wait for the rest of the team members, right? Okay. I think most of you have done that already. So I can just go ahead and crochet few more rows. I don't think I'll be able to finish 12 rows today, but to make a mobile phone pouch you will need like this. This is the size of the mobile phone pouch that I have made. You will need to make crochet 12 rows, and then you have to attach both corners like this. I'm going to show you how to attach, and I'm also going to show you how to make belt for your crochet pouch, mobile phone pouch. can make it shorter or you can make it longer. It's up to you. Don't think I'll be able to do all the rows though. Just want to do few more, enough row, so that I can show you how to attach these two sides. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and crochet row 6 now. Okay, got a message from a lot of you. I think most of you has finished row 5, and I've also got Sister Johra joining me. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. Sister Johra, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. I'm having my crochet lesson. We are making this beautiful cluster stitch, and we are making a mobile phone pouch with this, using this cluster stitch technique. So welcome to my lesson. Thank you for joining me. Okay, let's start row 6 then. And to begin row 6, I have just turned my work around, and I'll start by crocheting 3 chain spaces. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. So that's my 3 chain spaces. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and start doing my first cluster of row 6 in this chain 1 space. Okay, so wrap the yarn around the crochet hook, go to that chain 1 space, wrap the yarn around and pull up a loop through that chain space, wrap the yarn around, pull through first 2 loops. But now we are not going to finish just now. We have to repeat these steps few more times. Okay, so wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, wrap the yarn around, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through first 2. 3 loops in my crochet hook, wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through first 2. 4 loops in my crochet hook, wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through first 2. So that's 5 loops in my crochet hook, wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5, and then chain 1. So that's my first cluster of row 6. I'm just going to go ahead and crochet 8 more cluster stitch for this row, and then I'll meet you here just the end of row 6. So that's my third cluster done. Chain 1 to close. Now moving to my create my fourth cluster of row 6. Sister Johra is here. Thank you, Sister Johra. I hope you are enjoying my crochet lesson. This is your first time here, so thank you for your support and thank you for staying with me. sixth cluster of row 6, 3 more to go. Seventh cluster of this row, and then I've got 2 more cluster to finish off this row. So that's the end of row 6. Now I'm just going to wait again for all of you to finish your row 6, so that I can do few more rows. I think I will still have few more. You'll still have some time to do maybe 1 or 2 rows. Okay, but not all the rows that is required for this project. 12 rows we need to crochet all together to have a rectangular shaped mobile phone pouch like this. Yes, just waiting for all of you to let me know to finish row 6 so that I can start row 7. Okay, I've started getting some responses now. Few of you have managed to do that, so which is really good. All right, I'm just going to wait for few more minutes and then I'll start row 7. Okay, Sister Farhana has done that. Well done, Sister Farhana. Okay, all right, then let's start row 7, and first I'll start by turning my work around. Okay, and start from this right corner to and go to the left corner. Now, like all our previous rows, we'll start by crocheting 3 chain spaces. Okay, so wrap the yarn around and pull through. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. That's my second chain. Wrap the yarn around and pull through. That's my third chain. Now this is the first chain on space I can see right after my 3 chain spaces. So this is where I have to start doing my cluster stitch. Yes, so wrap the yarn around, go to that chain space, wrap the yarn around and pull up a loop through that chain space, 3 loops in my crochet hook, wrap the yarn around and pull through just 2 loops in my crochet hook remaining. Now I have to repeat these steps again. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space, pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through just 2 loops. So I've got 3 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through just 2. 4 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around, go to the same chain space and pull up a loop, wrap the yarn around and pull through. So that's 5 loops in my crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around and pull through all 5 loops and then chain 1. That's my first cluster stitch of row 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yes, now I just have to carry on doing cluster stitches throughout this row, and I'm just going to meet you towards the end of this row. Okay, and this was my first cluster stitch. I'm just going to go and find the next chain one space here and start doing my cluster stitch, second cluster stitch there. Oh no, what have I done? I've just unraveled some of my stitches. I have to start from row. I have to start from third cluster of this row. So this is going to be my last cluster stitch for this row, and I'm not going to crochet any more rows. I'm just going to show you how to attach both ends, but you have to crochet uh, 12 rows altogether to create a mobile phone pouch, but we haven't got that much time left. This class is just for 2 hours, so I'm just going to, once you finish doing row 7, all of you, then I'm just going to show you how to attach these two corners. So if you have only got 7 rows here, that's why it looks so tiny, but when you will have 12 rows, so it should be like this big. Yes, and you just have to attach both corners using your slip stitch technique. Yes, I'm just going to wait for all of you to finish this row, and then I'm going to show you how to crochet, how to do slip stitch to join this corner and this corner, these are the two corners you have to join, and this will be the opening, like here. Yes, so there's just one opening, and one side will already be joined because you have just folded your work. So this side will already be joined, and you have to just join this corner and the other corner. Two corners have to you have to join, and one corner will be open to put your mobile phone through. Yes, so are you all ready? Just let me know if you are if you have finished this row and ready to start. Ready for me to show you how to create your slip stitch and how to attach both corners of your work using the slip stitch technique. Okay, so just let me know. Okay, started getting response from all of you. Okay, good. Okay, well done, all of you. Can see most of you have finished your row 7 and you are ready to start, ready for me to show you how to attach both corners. Okay, so let's start then. Yeah, sister Farhana, how are you doing? Please let me know in the comment section. Have you finished this row? Okay. Okay, Sister Farhana has done that. Well done, Sister Farhana. Thank you for letting me know. So I can go ahead and show you how to create slip stitch and how to join both corners. Okay, but you can't just join it right now, or you can do it just for the sake of learning, but then just untangle it and create. We have done 7, isn't it? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so you need to do 5 more rows to finish off the project. Okay, we don't have that much time left today, so I'm just going to show you how to attach both corners, and then you'll be able to do that on your own. Yes, so say for example, I've done my 12 rows, and when I fold it, it should be this size. Okay, this should be the width, and now I'm just going to attach both corners using slip stitch. So you don't have to like very strictly maintain the chains and where you should put your stitches like that, just as long as the project looks straight. So our target is to both the corners should be straight and attached together, and you can play around with the rest of the stitches. Okay, rest in the middle stitches. So this is the corner of my row from right hand side corner, and this is the left hand side corner. So I'm just going to join both chains. I've just got the, this is already in my, this loop is already in my crochet hook. I'm just going to go to the next the chain space from the other side of my project. Can you all see it? And then I'm going to wrap the yarn around and pull the loop through both the chains. Okay, like that. So that's my first corner is attached. Now I have to just go ahead and do the same for all the other chain spaces. So this is my second chain space. I'm going to go to the second chain space of the other side and wrap the yarn around and pull through. This is the slip stitch. Yes, So that's it. Second chain is also securely attached with the other side of the project. So just go ahead and do that. Put your crochet hook through corner of one side and then the other corner of the other side, and wrap the yarn around and pull the loop through or both chain spaces and also through the loop that you have in your crochet hook. So just go ahead and do that. Like, you don't have to strictly maintain the sequence of the chain space, as long as both the corner is attached and the like same, both the corner is joined together. The middle stitches you can just play around. um, so just go ahead and do that. And if you have got any question for me, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, so see how I'm holding both the corners together, even though the middle stitches are not, middle chains are not very straight, but it doesn't matter as long as both the corners are equal. I'm not really worried if I have missed the ninth chain of my left side with my 10th chain or 11th chain. I'm not really bothered as long as it looks almost this say equal. But with both corners you should be a bit careful and attach both of them together, and that's it. Your project will look straight. Yes, and then just chain one, wrap the yarn around and chain one to secure your work, and you will be ready to cut your strand, yarn strand, right? I'm just going to not going to cut my yarn strand because I have to also attach this side. Yes, so it's the same process, just carry on uh, attaching both chain space from both sides using slip stitch technique. And don't worry if the stitches are showing, because this is the back side of your mobile phone pouch, so you're going to turn the work around and it don't show. So just chain one and finish the work. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the yarn here. Okay, strand, and now I'm just going to turn my work around like this. Okay, so this is your right side, and you have done the stitches joining in the other side. Okay, and you have turned your work around, so the joining part is not showing at all here. Can you see? And now go to one corner of your crochet project, put your crochet hook through one of the corner and pull up a loop. Add your crochet add your yarn in there, attach it or tie it there, yeah, like this, and start crocheting chain spaces. Okay, so pull the loop, and we are doing it in one of the corner of your pouch. Okay, and just go ahead and start doing chain spaces. So this is going to be your belt for your mobile phone pouch. So now you can make it longer or shorter depending on the size you want your belt to be like. I prefer mine to go around my shoulder, so this is why I made this belt quite long. Can you see? My daughter was wearing it before, that's why she just tied it here, otherwise it's even more longer. See how long it is. And I prefer it like this because I like to carry my mobile phone pouch around my shoulder. So if you are the same like me, you can crochet. I think I've done over 100, yeah, 150 or so chain spaces. Can you see? And it's in one corner. And then I have joined it with the other corner of my mobile phone pouch, again using the slip stitch technique. I'm going to show you how I have done that. But if you want your belt to be smaller, you can just crochet 10 to 20. Just measure the size of the belt when you are crocheting, and then and just crochet the chains as many depending on the size you require. Yes, in my sample I'm just going to show you how to attach the belt with the other side. So we started the belt from one side, okay, and now we just have to attach it with the other side. Yes, and I'm just going to crochet a few more chain spaces. So that I can show you the work properly. So this is my belt. I'm going to have it of this size, and I started my creating my belt from this corner, so I have to attach it in the other corner now. Yeah, right. So I'm just going to put my crochet hook through the middle. Okay, anywhere, it doesn't matter, as long as it's in one of the corners, that's it. It doesn't matter which chain you go to. Okay, there's no rigid way of doing it, just play along, just wherever you feel like is your middle point. So just put your crochet hook through there and wrap the yarn around and pull the loop through the chain spaces and also through the loop that you had in your crochet hook. So that's it, it's all attached with your other side, other corner of your mobile phone pouch. Just to chain one to secure your work and cut your yarn strand. That's it, your project is ready. Of course, this is just a sample, and your actual project will look a bit more bigger like this. This is a perfect size for a mobile phone pouch, and this is a 12 and here I have done 12 rows of cluster stitch, and here I've only done 7, so you just have to go ahead and crochet 7 more, sorry, 5 more, 5 more rows of cluster stitch like this, and then just adjust, just join like I showed you now. Just attach it, and for belt also start from a corner and start doing chains, and just measure the length of the belt you want this mobile pouch belt to be, and just keep crocheting the chain spaces until you get your desired length. Okay, and when you finish crocheting the chain spaces, just attach it with the other side of your mobile phone pouch using your slip stitch technique. Okay, and once you are all done, just hide away all the loose strand by putting it through, just pulling it through the few of the chains. Okay, and you can just put it inside and it will be away from visibility. Nobody will be able to see. Yes, so this is how your finished product should look like, and I hope you understood how my explanation was clear to you about how to make crochet the class test stitch, and also how to join the sides of both both how to attach both corners and how to crochet the belt. Okay, because of the time limitation, we couldn't crochet or the full size mobile phone pouch, but I have showed you a sample size, and I'm sure you have managed to crochet this. I hope you have all enjoyed this lesson, and if you have got any question, please let me know. Please write down in the comment section. I'm just going to wait for your comments or your question about this project for a few minutes, and then we'll finish this class for today. So just write down in the comment section if you have got any question for me. Looks like you haven't got any question for me so far. So that's good. Good news. You have all got it. You have all managed to crochet this project, and you have all managed to do your stitches. So thank you for staying with me, and I hope you enjoyed making this crochet project, crochet class test stitch pouch, mobile phone pouch. And I'll see you next week, Monday and Tuesday, 6 to 8 o'clock is our class time. So I'll see you then. And till then, take care, all of you, and have a good rest of the week. Okay, take care. Assalamu alaikum.